want the birds to drop dead from the trees. And the birds will drop dead from the trees.
Today, I am speaking with Katelyn Michele. She is the founder and president of Beach City Kitties, a nonprofit rescue groups where I do believe she's saved the lives of over 500 cats. She's located in Venice Beach, California. Welcome to the show, Katelyn Michele.
Thank you. Hi, Brett. How are you?
Good. Cold. Oregon.
Oh, yeah. It looks kind of cold there. It looks very dreary. It's beautiful and sunshiny out here.
I know. and the sun just popped up a little bit before you came on. This is sunny for us right now. But man, it's been crazy. But you guys have had pretty good weather over there?
Yeah, it's actually been really nice. Like, well, I'm actually in Joshua Tree right now for the day.
Oh, wow.
So it's a little cooler here. It's like very pleasant.
So you're are you finding that there's a lot of people out there? Are people being social distancing? Are they not wearing their masks? Or what's going on?
There's really no one like on the streets at all. Like, I mean, ever here really, it's just kind of like desolate. So it seems it's a really good place to distance here, and there's no one anywhere. You go in a store, there's like 2 people. So I feel safe here. And plus, there's a lot of good outdoor activities, hiking and going to the park and all that.
Awesome. How long are you gonna be there for?
Actually, just for the day.
Oh, okay. Tell James I say hi.
Okay.
So tell us about your rescue group and go into detail how to begin, how long has it been around, give us tell the people how they can get a kitty, all that good stuff. Instagram, blah, blah. This is it. Let's go.
Okay.
Tell.
So we're called Beach City Kitties, as Brett said, and we're in Venice. What we do is rescue cats from the shelters, like the High Kill City shelters euthanize many, many cats, especially like this time of year is kitten season. And so sometimes could even be hundreds of kittens killed every week at the shelters. So we rescue from the shelters or rescue directly from the streets. There's a big overpopulation of cats here in LA and in California and the country in general. So we save them, we spay and neuter them, we make sure they're healthy. We find them foster homes just so they get a little socialized and comfortable, overcome any trauma they've been through, and then find forever homes for them. And that's about it, I guess.
And so how did it start? Like, what did you, what began this whole adventure for you? I mean, this is something, you've saved 500 cats' lives. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. So I've always been, a huge animal lover, and I grew up with cats, and I like dogs too, so all animals. But I never really realized that, like, even like little baby kittens can be killed in the shelters, like every week, like that's a normal thing. And it's just so horrible to me to think of that people don't care about this issue, or it's not something that is being taken care of properly in our society. And it's just, once I found that out, I kind of started fostering and then just went from there. And all of a sudden now I have 10 cats in my house, and but I have, like you said, I've saved like 500 cats now. I've been doing it for about 3 years with Beach City Kitties, and I was rescuing for about 2 years before that. A friend actually got me involved, a former friend, so it didn't work out with her, but it worked out for a lot of cats instead.
No, she bridges you between that and the cats, so that's
exactly, yeah.
Work was done. So what are the biggest, like, I mean, it's got to be like, I'm almost about to cry just thinking about cats being
it's crazy.
I
feel like a lot of people don't know like that this happens, because how are people okay with it? So many people are big animal lovers. How are they okay with cats just being killed, and for no reason other than the fact that people are too lazy to spay and neuter them. That's what really causes the problem is, people don't spay them, even though it is the law, but they don't enforce it. And then, their cat gets out, their cat gets pregnant. They can't take care of that cat. They can't take care of the 6 kittens. So they just end up deserting it or taking it to the shelter or leaving them on the street. And then it happens all over again. Yeah.
I know like in Santa Cruz and like here in Oregon, we have people that, like we had a stray cat named Oreo that was beautiful, great, sensitive. She kept on getting pregnant. The people that owned the cat next door, she was half feral, got pregnant again. And so, and I was feeding it every day, and I was like, you know, because it got pregnant again, and they had to rehome the first ones. And but
Yeah.
luckily, there's a happy ending to this story, which is exciting. And I want to see if there's more, if you've done business like this with. But like they gave this cat, found a home for it in a barn, so it's gonna be a mouser.
Yeah, that's when they're feral, or at least like semi-feral and can't really be like socialized. Then we do that, or find like a sanctuary or something like that. Or even I haven't really done this, but I'd be interested in doing it. There's like places that have like working cats, like in factories, like yeah, they're basically like mousers, or even sometimes stores will have a cat that lives there. So things like that are good to do too. And there's just not enough homes, so if you can do anything creative like that, it's another way you can save some lives. And you know, oh, and then like you said, if they are feral and living outside and keep getting pregnant like that, what we also do is we will TNR them, which is trap, neuter, return. And so what we'll do is trap them, take them in, get them fixed, get them vaccinated, make sure they're healthy, and then just release them back to the street as long as they have someone who is going to feed them daily and take care of them. That way, at least they're not reproducing, and it kind of stops the cycle.
Wow. There's like so can you okay, it seems to be a pattern of questioning that I do, but like it's like, can you give us like a a horrific story about one of your experiences, and also one of those magical experiences of having
the horrific one I thought of right away. This was actually just recently happened. A cat we rescued. It was perfectly healthy, 7-year-old, like sweet tabby cat. But for some reason, the owner brought it to the vet to be euthanized. They didn't want the cat anymore. They said the cat was acting out and brought her to the vet to be euthanized, which I guess like legally she can do, but the vet wouldn't do it. I'm obviously, but you know, that's a good vet and they're not all like that, but the vet wouldn't do it. And then found us and we helped the cat. And she now found, oh, this is kind of a happy part too. And then she just found her home a couple days ago, and the girl's like super in love with her. And so yeah, there's things like that happen on a daily basis though, and it's just really really depressing and discouraging to keep dealing with it. It makes you start to hate people. Like I love animals now, but I kind of hate people, or a lot of people. As far as a really happy story though, let me think on that one. I think really just in general, like usually as part of my job, I bring the cats to their new home, and we like to do like a quick home check, just make sure everything looks good. So that's the happiest part of my job, is when I bring someone a cat and the cat starts their new life, and you see how excited the new family is. It's just that's the happy part, I guess. I can't think of anything a specific story though.
That's heartwarming, and especially if you're a sensitive person, which I'm sure you are, like me, so
Yeah.
really empathetic. I mean, I cry during Harry Potter. So,
oh yeah.
So anything that triggers me is like, what are the like? I mean, I was with you one time when you were having one of your events where you're having people on the street come to get the cats, and I saw you got a lot of people really happy, and a lot of cats went home with people that new couples or whatever. That was super gratifying. What's the deal how can we help, as besides spading and neutering, and like if you see a cat, well, that's number one, right?
Yes. Probably the biggest thing you could do to help is foster a cat, or foster more than one cat, because that just allows them, a little time to find a home and not have to be, you can pull them from the shelter and have a temporary place for them to live. And it's really hard to give up the cat after you've fallen in love with it, but it's also really rewarding. Like I said, when they go to a new home and then you've saved a life and you can take another cat in. And I think I fostered maybe 200 cats in my own home since I started this. Not all at once, but I think at one time I might have had like 20 at once, which was way too much. I do not suggest that. But basically you're just like cleaning up after them 24 hours a day when it gets to that point. But fostering is a great experience, and it's really rewarding, and it really helps with the problem of overpopulation. Lets them find homes.
And your husband has been how has he taken the metamorphosis?
If I bring in one more cat, we're getting a divorce. That's not a joke. No.
He's all, every time he sees you look at a cat, he's like,
yeah, I know. He's now like, don't even like, I try to like tell him or show him a picture of a cat, and he's like, I'm not looking at it. I don't want to see any more cats. No, he is pretty supportive. Before I started rescuing cats, or actually we got our first cat maybe about 5 years, our first like cat as a family, 5 years before I started rescuing. Before that, he never like had any experience with cats and didn't really like them. And I think a lot of people are like that. They think they don't like cats, but then once they have one or more than one, they figure out they do like cats, because there's not really that much not to like about them. I mean, and
yeah, cats are amazing. I love cats.
I think they're also really, really entertaining, especially when you have multiple cats. I just sit around like half the day and just like, look what that one's doing. Oh, actually, I wanted to bring cats on. I meant to bring kittens, but since I'm not at home, I don't have any.
You have any kittens? You're kitten free right now. You're taking a little vacation.
I have in Venice, though, in my house, I just got 5 Siamese kittens, and they're so cute. So yeah, I'll have to do another show and show you them later, or send you a picture.
Yeah, send me. You know what? Actually, do me a favor. If you're gonna be there, do this. I'll send me some JPEGs, and I'll edit them into the video right now.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, I can do that.
And they'll be like, your cats are, will be on the screen right now. I'll just put them.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
There's 1 cat, 2 cat, 3 cat, 4.
So yeah, actually, the litter that we just rescued has 5 Siamese and 1 black cat, like just a random black cat. They're really cute though. And then obviously the other thing you can do, one of the other things we like people to do, is adopt cats. So if you are interested in adopting a cat, if anyone's interested that's watching, you can go to our website, beachcitykitties.com. And we also do like sometimes like people foster to adopt. If you're not 100% sure, you want to make sure it's a good fit, or like that it's going to get along with your other cat, you could try fostering for a little while, and then if it works out, you can keep the cat.
Yeah, I sent you that post that my friend Steve and Julie and were fostering. They foster cats all the time, but she's allergic to cats. That's why I sent you that one picture to see. I don't know, just trying to connect things together. So what's next for this? I mean, 2020 is an interesting year to say the least. What are you looking forward to as far as your business, this nonprofit, also life, liberty, creativity? I know that you had you actually did a podcast like a long time ago. Remember that when you were doing the entertainment thing?
Yeah, I used to do like podcasts about trending topics and stuff.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was like 10 years ago or something.
Yeah, it really was a long time ago. Yeah, I was doing podcasts before they were cool. No.
Oh yeah, we're getting old.
And I actually told you that I'm gonna we started another podcast with some friends, with Barb Hill and Sun Yi, and I think we're each gonna have like our own expertise. So I'm gonna talk some about cat rescue and animals, but then also just like stuff about like what's going on in Venice and.
That'll be funny. That's a motley crew.
Yeah.
All for you. That's like the new on acid.
Forever. Finally, I'm like, I guess I have time on my hands now with being home all the time. Sure.
Yeah, that's sort of why I put this together. Is like, well, I mean, I have all the equipment. I'm not doing anything else. Nobody can go anywhere. We're on another lockdown again.
True. And they just need things to watch. So.
And plus, I don't know. For some reason, this is actually giving me a reason to kind of wake up in the morning a little bit.
Yeah, I really, at times I find myself being more productive during the pandemic. When you plan things like this, then you have something to be excited about and work on. I actually really like Zooming. I've never really did that before, and it's now just kind of become a part of my life. And it's kind of I like it better than talking on the phone. Actually, it's almost like you're with a person.
Yeah, that's how we're becoming. We're acclimating to this new sort of lifestyle. I think about trying to go outside and do something, but where am I going to go and do what am I going to go do? There's nothing open. I don't have any money to go do anything. And apparently just selling, and this is more immediate. Actually, I just got to get over the uploading stuff. Uploading is making me crazy, because I'm trying to get it to YouTube, but then I don't have enough. Anyways, I don't like the technical stuff, but it's super fun and engaging, and kind of you know, it's also a purposeful. It's got there is something behind it. You know, like hopefully if we can save one cat's life out of this,
Yeah,
it's completely worth it, right?
definitely. Yeah.
So,
So, what have you been up to? Just making your podcast. What about you're working on some art?
yeah, I went to LA like a few weeks ago, was there for a few weeks, and just trying to get stuff out of storage, collecting artwork from different locations because I don't know if they're going to be, you know, basically the buildings are being closed or the restaurants that I have artwork in weren't nobody's going in there. So it's sort of like, well,
That's true. No reason.
I might as well pull these things. And you know, I made some hats. You know, I've got these buffalo hats.
Yeah, I actually found one of my buffalo shirt the other day and wore it. And I was like, oh, I haven't seen this in a while.
Oh, yay, collector's items.
Yeah.
Yeah, tag me if you ever wear it.
Okay.
But you know, I've been painting stuff like this. You know, these are little abstracts.
Oh, that's really pretty.
You know,
Nice.
so just kind of putting things together, trying to make, you know, I made some videos to promote my artwork and trying to get people to the website Brettwoodscom. It should be up on the screen somewhere. Brettwoodscom. Go to it. I've had it for 20 years.
And
Nobody ever goes to my website.
Yours is pretty easy to remember.
Yeah. And I guess just keep on creating things. I'm trying to be productive. I'm living over here with my mom and my brother.
Oh, okay.
And
My parents are in San Diego now, so like they're pretty much like the only people I really see since I'm trying to be really careful since they're older. So, but at least I have family nearby, so it's nice too.
Yeah, I mean, I can come back to LA and I need to do that to grab up the rest of my stuff, but I don't know what, as long as I'm productive, and I'm doing things, I'm pretty happy. So if I can keep on doing that, but like, I don't know, man, Venice was, I mean, I've talked about it on this show before, but a lot of people I've been talking to are in your area. Venice, I mean, how are you dealing with that? How's it?
I'm okay. Initially I got I don't know if I'm an introvert or an extrovert. I always kind of thought extrovert, but now I'm thinking introvert because I actually kind of enjoyed the beginning of the pandemic. Like I don't mind not going out that much, or I like having time to myself, and you know, and I just started being productive and doing creative things and like kind of getting more exercise and taking bike rides. But now I'm starting to like, it's getting to be a little too much. It's gone on too long, and I do miss seeing my friends and, you know, going out and having a distraction from like, I'm basically just like working all the time on stuff. And I used to like have fun things too that I did. I mean, I like doing what I do, but it's still sometimes you want to go out for happy hour or, you know, or vent to a friend or whatever. So I'm starting to get a little stir crazy now.
The thing, when I was over there, Main Street, because I sell usually I had a spot over there at 1340 Main Street. Now it's just kind of locked up as a Central store. So I've got some art in the window just to let people know that if they saw me, that they're, you know, there's my number there still. But like when I was around there, the restaurants were all outside, all that stuff with the structures out there. But now, is that done right now for now? I mean,
I think, well, okay, I guess they're closing outdoor dining on Wednesday for 3 weeks. Those little areas that they set up, I think, are still there, and I think they're planning on keeping them like that. Kind of, they like extended like they put like tables where the bike paths were, I guess, like or maybe the parking spots. I guess they got rid of parking spots and turned them into something else. They have that on Windward too, like where the townhouse is. I don't know if you saw that. So they've kind of created a whole area on that street too.
But nobody can eat there right now. Outside.
No, now they can't. No, they could for you know a few months, and then I think it'll open back up again soon. Probably it's kind of stupid how it just opens, closes. Like maybe just keep it closed for a little while, and then until you're ready to open, instead of going back and forth.
Well, the one thing where you kept on eating and you could walk with your mask on, you're waiting, and then as soon as you get to the table, you take your mask off. So that was the big like the 5 feet.
Yeah. Over here, you have to wear your mask. Right here, you don't.
COVID's not here, but it is you know.
But you know, a lot of the restaurants and stuff are like taking your temperature. The waiters all wear like those shields on top of their mask, and some of the restaurants even have like screens around your table, like plastic around your table. So I mean, they're taking a lot of precautions. I feel like it's pretty safe.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I mean, it reminds me of like this is that dystopian future we were
Yeah,
all
it does. Yeah,
thinking
and like when
come.
you're walking around like trying to avoid like getting too close to people, I like feel like I'm in a zombie movie or something. Like all the people are zombies, and you're trying to like get away from them. Like at the grocery store, I always feel like that for some reason. Like everyone's zombies.
Yeah, well, I mean, being single before COVID was pretty tough in LA, and now with COVID, whoa! Now I
You have to have a Zoom. Go on a Zoom date.
oh, I guess that's where it's going, man. I guess that's where it's going.
But you know, it's also tough being married during COVID because you spend 24/7 with your spouse. There, you don't get much time away for them.
Yeah, there's I was just talking to, anyways, not to get too personal, but I know some people that have had that have old friends that have been married to other people, and they've been recently getting divorced. I think the COVID
Oh,
is
really? Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, I haven't really. I'm surprised I haven't heard more of that. Even.
it's another 6 months of this. It's coming, man.
But, like a lot of my, like probably like 3 of my close friends have moved out of LA already. Like when the COVID started, people are just like, well, I can now that I can work anywhere. Well, why am I paying this much to live here?
So you're seeing a pretty big, it must be a pretty big pattern going on. Have you seen a lot?
Yeah,
You
it
know,
really.
three people.
I
Where?
think people are moving back home because, like, to be close to their family, or if they know they're gonna have to quarantine for who knows how long, that at least they're gonna do it with their family, and just at the cost of living. You know, people are out of work; they can't afford to live in LA anymore, or since they can work anywhere, they might as well work somewhere else where it's cheaper to live.
Well, yeah, that's people are. Yeah, I know some people are in New York that are now visiting. People are kind of, you know, kind of, I guess acclimating to this experience because we're all kind of like, okay, something's not working. I'm not going to pay $2,500 a month for a studio apartment in Venice when I'm making what $800 a month off the stimulus packages, and that's just to go to car insurance, whatever, food, blah blah blah. It's like this is gonna be very interesting to see this next rollout of time. Like, you know,
Yeah.
what if the vaccine works, if there's any side effects, who's taking it first. I mean, there's an exhausting amount of a list to go through to get through to what we really want to see happen again, like without this COVID. But I don't know. What do you think it'll end? Do you think we'll just all wear masks for the? That's not a problem. I'll wear a mask. I'll wear a mask if it keeps me alive forever. But what do you see? Do you have any predictions or hopeful?
Right now, it really feels like it's never going to end. But I hope that's not the case. I think a lot of things, it seems like once COVID's over, that some of these new changes we're just going to keep like that. Like, I think a lot of people will continue to work from home because we're like, it almost seems dumb now. Like, why weren't we always working from home? Why are we spending money on gas and office space when it's so easy? And the things with like the restaurants, like they say they're gonna maybe keep all that outdoor dining, keep doing to-go drinks. So I think a lot of things, or even the masks. I feel like maybe when COVID's over, if I have a cold, I might put a mask on. Now that you're like, wait, what? It works. Like, why do I ever want to get sick? So, or just like washing my hands all the time. I feel like I've just gotten so into the habit of it. I'll do it forever now.
Well, people with OCD, or this is not a problem for them, man. They're like, I've been doing this for fucking years. What? Come on.
No, I'm like obsessed with sanitizer. I swear I use it like every like minute. Like I can't help it. It somehow makes me feel better.
Yeah, well, little things, I guess, in life. What? So, I want to give us. We're gonna kind of wrap it up here in the next few minutes, but do like I don't know if there's anything you want to talk about that you haven't already talked about with your kitties, with travel, or I don't know, and remind people where they can contact you and your Instagram and all that stuff, and let's try to get some kitties into some homes. All right, guys.
One thing I didn't really talk about is plans for the future with the cat rescue. And eventually, my plan is to be able to open a cat rescue center or like a cat sanctuary for cats that are more feral or less adoptable. Because like that's actually a problem that I've run into with my rescue that I didn't really anticipate before I started doing all this. that not every cat like can be socialized and tamed. And sometimes we rescue kittens from the street and they're born to like feral moms. So you have to rescue them and start like working really hard to tame them right away when they're kittens in order for them to like be around people and get adopted. And if you don't do it like by like 10 weeks or so, it gets really, really hard to do. And they might never become socialized and stay feral. So I had made that mistake when I started rescuing at the beginning. I didn't really know that or how difficult it was to tame feral cats. So I have like 3 cats that I just never tamed. So they don't let me pet them at all. I love them anyway. And we do have a relationship, but it's impossible to get them adopted because there's so many adopters out there or so many cats out there and so few adopters. People can be really picky and they want a cat that's going to come up and let you pet them and sit on your lap and, cuddle with you. So I would like to start like a sanctuary for cats, like the ones that I have at my house that are kind of like my permanent fosters because they won't get adopted. Just a safe place for them to hang out and, maybe even here in Joshua Tree, I was thinking could be a good place because, it's obviously land's a little cheaper than LA. So hopefully something like that is in the works in the next couple of years. And once again, we're always looking for fosters. BeachCityKitties.com is our website. And Instagram is Beach City Kitties with underscores in between each word. So beach_city_kitties_. Facebook is Beach City Kitties. You can like us on there. And you can always email us to, we don't always like update our website that quickly with new cats. So if you're looking to adopt, you can email us at beachcitykitties@gmail.com. And we're always looking for foster homes for cats too, cats and kittens. We have a lot of kittens right now. It's still kitten season. So it's a great time to adopt. And during COVID is a great time to adopt too, because a lot of people are lonely and it's great to have a friend or two, a furry friend during this tough time and keep you company.
I couldn't agree more. Okay, and I'm a dog person as well. I'm working on a little project called Dog People Movie. It'll probably take my and I want to give to ask you, actually curious, do you know of anybody could you tell people if they want a dog as well? Could we get them?
Sure, yeah.
Your favorite dog people?
Yeah, I'm friends with some dog rescuers as well. I work with one rescue called Gone to the Dogs Rescue, and they're in the South Bay. And they rescue mainly like Chihuahuas and smaller dogs. And then Dogs Without Borders is also a good dog rescue. That's where I got my Chihuahua Pepper. And then also like, for dogs, there's always so many in the shelters too. So that's always a great place just to go to like the city shelters. Downey shelter is like a really high kill shelter. So we rescue a lot of cats from there because they euthanize cats and dogs like a lot. So yeah, I can always be on the lookout on Facebook too if someone's looking for a specific type of dog. I have just a lot of connections with all types of rescuers.
Oh, awesome. Well, Katelyn Michele with Beach City Kitties, thank you so much for being on Brett's with Friends.
Good to see you.
My 4th episode. This is number 4. I look forward to seeing your podcast in the future. You're doing God's work.
We're going to have you on the podcast as well. So just getting everything together still, but
we'll cross networking and
yeah, exactly. And I will also contact you soon about some artwork since I have some walls. So you can see my wall is really bare.
I know. That makes me crazy. Whenever I go to people's houses and they have a white wall, it's like, ugh.
No, that's the problem. That like in our house in Venice has no wall space left at all. Like I filled every inch of it. So now I have to buy another house so that I could get some more art.
I love how you squeeze that one painting into the corner. It's like
a little tiny one.
It's like just squeeze more art on the wall. Okay, we'll talk soon. Be well. Check out Brettwoodscom. Check out my website. Check out my movies. Check out Beach City Kitties. Let's do this again sometime. Good luck and happy holidays. Tell James I say hi.
All right.
And I look forward to your podcast.
Okay. All right. Talk later. Bye.
Bye. See ya. So that's it. We'll
If I, Aguirre, want the birds to drop dead from the trees, and and the birds will drop dead from the trees.